name's Hannah, and I work nights and I manage the taproom brewery. So busy, to say the least. For us, our market really is right out of this taproom. That's our biggest sales. We distribute across the state to restaurants, but our best sales are right out of our front door. I really think part of the reason why we have such a regular crowd in here is because people now have a personal investment in Tim's career. I mean, he started years ago, and it really, to watch him grow and to watch the business grow, I think has been fun for the town and for the regulars. And he's so friendly. I mean, you can't help but just want his business to do well because he's so friendly, and it's really important to him that he works with the community and with other local businesses. That's been really important to him. Keep the community in mind as he makes changes and other businesses in mind. And so I think we have just a real loyal following of people in the community as they watch this, and it's just exciting for everybody to see it all happen for Tim. It feels like I'm being paid to have a social life because I've met so many amazing community members through this job. Part of what I love about this place, and it's silly, but there are no TVs here. And that is so hard to find, and it forces people to communicate and to talk with each other. People don't come in and just sit and stare at the game. So, I mean, I've met all these amazing professors and farmers and musicians, and people just talk and have a great time. People come in here are engaged people. They have things that they care about, people that they care about, things they want to talk about. You don't get people in here who are just here to gossip about drama. I mean, people talk about politics and the environment and farming. There's so much good farming around here, and we have a lot of really educated folks in their various fields of, being professors at the university and learning about the research they're doing. And just great conversation in here. And another thing that I love is it's not an ageist place. There are a lot of places where it's an older crowd or a really young fraternity kind of crowd. And here, I've had so many older people come in and say, you know what I love is I'm in my 60s or I'm in my 70s, and I can come and have a conversation with somebody who's 23 and find great things to talk about and nobody minds. I mean, all of those different ages come here and talk to each other, which is pretty rare nowadays. There just aren't a lot of outlets for that, so I love that, seeing all this different ages of people coming and finding community here. It's a community hub, without a doubt. It's just I don't know what it is about whether it was the brewery first or the people first that made it that way, but somehow that's what's turned into. People comment on that all the time, that it definitely feels different from a lot of other bars, that it feels like a family, but also people just aren't afraid to talk about issues in here. I think we are so divided on so many things that people don't talk about it, but in here, there's just, everyone just talks about tough things and sometimes really in-depth conversations that you wouldn't expect to happen behind a bar, And it's important for people to get together and talk about those things. So I love that there's an outlet here that people feel they can come, and it feels like a family. It feels like there's always someone here that you come and talk with, which traditionally is what bars are for anyway, but with TVs it doesn't usually happen, so I love that. This never happens anymore, and how cool that we do that. So it is kind of similar, that idea of bringing back old ways of building community, bringing them back into the modern age because we need them so badly. Tim tries really hard to keep his prices manageable because we know we're a college town, and so we just don't want to have the tourist prices that you see at other microbreweries. It's hard to find really good beer at a price that local folks can afford. So I think absolutely having good beer at this price is important for getting those different levels of socioeconomic status in one area and talking to each other. And I see it in the people and the kind of work that they do, and they come in. I definitely see that. Otherwise, you have at other bars you would have your Bud Light folk, and then your people who are ordering the good, expensive $6.50 pint.